Hey friends, welcome back to She's At It Again. My name's Tanya, and this video is going to show you give you instructions, provide a recipe for what's called fried rice. It's just plain old fried rice, but if you've ever had fried rice that was just off the charts good with so much flavor because there were so many different ingredients in it, this might be what you had. I kind of doubt it, but I learned how to make this several years ago when we lived in this little town that we live in now. Back when my husband was still in college. And I went to a meeting one night, and there was a Japanese lady there that I eventually became friends with, and she was so sweet. And she demonstrated this recipe for this fried rice. And when we tried it, they gave us little samples of it, and I just thought, I can't get to her fast enough to get this recipe and ask questions about it. Well, fast forward years later, I wrote a little cookbook, had it published, and I put this in there giving her credit for this recipe. Well, somebody contacts me and said, she never put broccoli in hers. And I was like, well, why would I put it in there if she didn't put it in there? I mean, I don't make this stuff up. I'm not that smart. But we laugh about that now because she says she never put broccoli in her fried rice. But I'm telling you, the broccoli's good in this fried rice. So it just takes like a little bit of leftover rice and a little bit of carrots, a little bit of onion, a little bit of broccoli, a little bit of bacon. Gotta have that bacon. And it just is such good flavor. Now, you're welcome to use soy sauce if you want to. I just try to steer clear of soy. It's just not something I'm real clear on what the adverse effects of it are, especially on being a breast cancer survivor. So I use coconut aminos, and if you don't have coconut aminos, if you'd rather invest in something that's just a lot better choice than soy sauce, just in my opinion, it's worth it. You're only going to spend about $3 or $4 on a bottle of it, but it's so versatile. Use it like soy sauce, but it has like a sweet, salty flavor to it. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Sweet and salty, that's my favorite. So this goes together super quick. You're just going to have all your ingredients kind of lined up on the countertop and just start dumping them in, fry it up, and it has an egg in it, and it all sticks together. It's just so good. So if you've got some leftover rice in your fridge and you think, I hate throwing it out, but what am I going to do with it? Here's your answer. So now you know. Take a look at this, give it a try, and hope you enjoy it. Okay, I also wanted to mention, this is not just a side dish. We had it as a side dish the night that I fixed this, but this could be a full meal. I actually had it for lunch a few days later. It's so good by itself. It really is. You honestly don't need anything. You don't even need a salad with it. It's just that good. It could be just a little meal in itself, or a big meal. Just make a whole bunch of it. Just make a big meal out of it. But hope you enjoy it. I have my cutting board right here, and I've sliced up about 3 pieces of bacon. Now, I took my full slab of bacon and I just sliced it down the grain. Looks like what 3 pieces would be, so just roll with me on this. My skillet should be hot. Yep, it is. I'm going to put the bacon in there, fry that. This goes very quickly. We're going to have our heat on about medium. While that cooks, I'm going to show you what else I have over here. I have an egg. I have broccoli. Let me make sure I'm getting this in there. Yeah. I have broccoli, carrots sliced thinly, and an onion that's sliced thinly as well. That's about a half an onion. That's about, it's a large carrot, medium to large carrot, and just a handful of broccoli. I also have leftover rice. If you've never seen my video on baked rice, I would encourage you to watch that, and your life will change forever. As far as making rice, you will never cook it on top of the stove. But if you have leftover rice that you've cooked on top of the stove, the stickier, the better. And that's what even Asian people will tell you. The stickier, the better. It's going to work great. Baked rice isn't so much sticky, but it is good. I also have some frozen peas in this bag. I have some left from using it before. So those are just frozen solid. I'll be using those in a bit. I'm going to turn my heat up just a little bit. We're going to cook this till it's just almost starting to get crisp, to the point to where you'd take it out and eat it if it were a full strip of bacon. This is a ceramic skillet that was handed down to me, and it's not the ideal skillet because cheap skillets just do this, I think. They get rounded on the bottom when you cook on them, so I can move this around almost like it's a bowl. So it is not my favorite skillet, but it's the one that I know will fit all this in there, and it would be easier to see. I have stainless steel cooking pots and pans, but there's such a glare on them. I don't really know how to resolve that problem. So if anybody out there can give me any helpful hints about how to make that easier on the eyes for viewers, I would really appreciate the information. I am so dumb when it comes to this. All I do is cook. I'm not a good videoing person, so anything you see that is of any value, my husband has done it in the editing department. It is not on my behalf. Trust me on this one. I've got 2 doggies out in the sunroom wanting in so bad because they just know I'm cooking them something in here, and I'm not letting them in yet. Some of you may have soy sauce in your pantry that you're used to using. I would encourage you to think about maybe using coconut aminos. This is like a mild soy sauce. It has the saltiness, but it also has a sweetness to it. This is honestly good enough where I could just take little spoonfuls of it and just kind of keep tasting it. It's just got a lovely flavor, but there is no soy in this. Now, if you're going to use soy sauce, I would also encourage you to look into using well, let me get the bottle and I'm going to show it to you. This is called tamari, and this is organic. It's non-GMO, of course, and it's gluten-free, so it does not have wheat products, and it is strictly soy. So if you're making this and you say, I don't want to mess with coconut aminos, I'll never use that in anything else. Although you would if you make anything like this at all. I would encourage you to look into getting some tamari. Okay, we're going to now put in our vegetables. Don't drain any of that bacon grease off. Put it right on top of there. That broccoli just gets so pretty and bright when it's in the middle of being stir-fried. I love the look of that. So what I was saying before, the coconut aminos is what's going to take the place of what you would normally use, teriyaki or soy sauce, but there's no soy involved in that. It is strictly coconut. I think it's coconut nectar. But I could be wrong about that. I just know it's called coconut aminos, and they come in different brands. It's pretty easy to find. And it's shelf stable. You don't have to refrigerate it. So it's good stuff. I had this rice left over from making something the other day. I don't even remember what we had that I used the rice, but I had, looks like about maybe 2 or 3 cups left over. So you don't need much rice. The vegetables are actually going to be your biggest part of this recipe. And you can use whatever vegetables you want. If you have something that you'd rather have than this, if you want squash, zucchini, peppers of all kinds, whatever you want in this, anything would be fine. I just find these to be really, really good together. Okay, I'm going to put a lid on that for just a bit to capture that steam. Cook it just a little bit faster than what it normally would. That bacon gives it such a good flavor, but also the grease from that bacon helps cook the vegetables. And the more it coats them, the easier they fry. And as long as you use coconut aminos or the tamari, you actually have a gluten-free dish right here. So if anybody's interested in gluten-free, and a lot of people are, they just have so many issues with it. So if you have guests coming over or somebody in your family has an aversion to it, this would be a good side dish. Or it could even be used as a main dish. Next thing we want to do is we're going to dump our rice straight in here. There's our rice. Looks like it might be sticky enough. No, it's not too sticky. It still falls apart. This baked rice is just the best. Can y'all hear my dogs out there? They're gonna drive me up a wall. They just know I'm in here doing something fun and they are missing out on it. Okay, when you know that your rice is heated through by doing this, tossing it in with these vegetables, you can see that it's kind of sticking to the bottom. And this is a ceramic skillet. It's actually non-stick, but there's just so much starch in that rice. And this is basmati rice. If I haven't mentioned that before, this is baked basmati rice. All right, so you want to get your rice hot all the way through. Then we're going to put our egg on there, and it cooks super fast. Then we're going to put our coconut aminos on there, and then cool it off with our peas. See how pretty that comes together? I want to turn the heat off at this point. The residual heat will cook that egg. Once we finish this and put the lid back on it, let that steam capture it, the stuff on the bottom will not stick at all. It comes off really nicely. All right, shake up your coconut aminos. You can hear it hitting that skillet, it's steaming. Just put as much as you think you'll want on there. You can always add more, but you can't add less. You've heard me say that before. Now we're going to sprinkle our peas on there. I like a lot of peas. My husband doesn't like a lot of peas, but I like a lot of peas. So we'll meet halfway on that. We're going to let that residual steam heat those peas up, and pretty much our dish is finished, but we'll look at it when it's completely done. Okay, that's our finished product. Look how pretty that is. So colorful, and it's so good too. I'm gonna put the lid back on this. We're just waiting for my husband to come home, and we're gonna eat dinner. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for always joining in. It's fun to get together with you, knowing that I'm showing you something that I think you're gonna enjoy a lot once you try it. Whoop. So we're fixing to go walk the dogs. Still walking through campus, and we're excited to be able to show you a part of this, our beautiful campus here. This is kind of a second home to us, but hope you enjoyed the recipe for the fried rice, and we enjoyed it for supper along with our potato chip crusted pork chops, and we look forward to sharing something again with you real soon. Thanks again.